All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Club Revenue. I'm your host, Margot Drake. Club Revenue is a net worth club for women, and it is free. You can join anytime, anywhere you want to. We meet once a month. It's all virtual, and you can go to clubrevenue.com, clubrvnu.com to learn more. Tonight's Club Revenue conversation is a little bit different because this isn't a story about what somebody did 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. This story is happening right now. And tonight, you're going to meet a young realtor, first-time homeowner, and real estate investor who saw an opportunity, move quickly, and purchased her very first investment-focused property. And what I love about Ava isn't the condo that she bought. So I think it's very cute, but it is her mindset behind it. Because many people wait for permission. They wait for certainty, or they wait for what they think is the perfect time. Ava decided to take action. And now we get to watch the journey unfold in real time. So tonight we're talking vision, mindset, first moves, renovation reality, and what happens when a young woman decides to start building wealth early. So, hello, Ava Bacon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I'm so excited to share your story in real time with our community. So, first, tell everyone about who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Ava Bacon. I'm 19 years old. I'm a realtor in West Michigan. I just joined in August. I'm with Keller Williams, which I love Keller Williams.
Keller
Um,
Williams, Grand Rapids East.
East, yes, East. It's great over there. I love it. I got into real estate just a little bit ago, and I joined because my mom is a lender, my dad's a carpenter. I've been surrounded by real estate my entire life. I have always enjoyed it, and I might as well take action and do it. So,
One of the things that I loved, I saw something pop up on social media that your mom posted. You've known that you wanted to be a realtor for a while, right?
yes, yes. When I was younger, I was surrounded by realtors because my mom's friends with them. I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to work from my phone, whether I'm taking a step away, taking a call, wherever I want. I love that. I love how I can just do whatever I want and work wherever I want. That's the best part. And also, I understood the market at a young age. I understood buying a home, and I understood all of the reality to it at a young age. So that was really helpful, and I knew more than kids my age. I mean, they were like, "What's a pre-approval?" And when I knew what that was, I was like, "Oh, I hear these words all the time." So I
They
knew, yes.
they're not intimidating words to you. So
No.
so when was that? When you looked at your mom, if I remember the story correctly, you looked at your mom and you said, "I want to be a realtor." How old were you?
I think I was probably 12. I was in middle school. I just knew that's what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm not going to college. I'm going to do this. Why would I go to college when they can't teach me what I can learn in real life?
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I think that is so great. Were you always so entrepreneurial your whole life?
Yes, I will admit in elementary school, I was selling slime. I would make slime and I would sell it, and I had a whole business. So, yes, I always have had my little businesses. I also would make like chapstick and I would sell that to my friends. Yeah. So, I always knew that I wanted to do something entrepreneurial.
Oh, I think that is so great. Now, wonder I like you so much because in kindergarten, or I don't know, maybe first or second grade, was selling bubble yum. Bubble yum had just come out and not everybody had it, but I knew where to get it. And I started selling bubble yum at school. That was
So smart.
when you could do that. And then made barrettes, had lemonade stands. I mean, I have had multiple jobs just like you, like for working for myself. doing
Yes.
different things for such a long time. So
Yeah.
I love knowing that about you.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So let's talk about home ownership. Did you always envision ownership and investing?
Yes, I have. I always thought about it being more further down the road. I never really expected, to be so young and be able to do that. So I never really thought that it would be possible, but everything's possible when you actually put your mind to it. That's the biggest thing is I think a lot of people wait until they have confidence to take that action to risk themselves. And I think confidence comes after you kind of do that. So it's definitely,
Abs You are absolutely right. You know what comes first, Ava?
what
Courage.
would you say?
Courage.
Yes, I completely agree. Courage is definitely you have to just take action. That's the biggest thing is you'll have confidence later. It'll hit you later, but yeah, no, you got to take the risks and yeah, perfect outcome. I mean, if you look at how not easy I would say, but it would be no different for me buying a house now from a house in 3 years. There would be no difference other than the price of the market.
Yeah, that is so true. And who knows what's going to happen to interest rates. So,
Exactly.
so I always say courage comes first, and after courage, you have to have commitment. And once you
Absolutely.
commit to whatever it is that you're looking to do, then you have to be consistent. And I will bring up what you were doing consistently as we move through this interview, because there was something you were doing consistently. So then it goes uh, courage, and then commitment, and then consistency, and then consistency over time leads to confidence.
For sure.
So
I
the
completely agree.
confidence comes later. Confidence comes later.
Yep.
Yes, I love that about you. That is so great. Okay, so let's move into your condo story. Let's talk about the condo. So, what was it about this particular listing? Because you're looking at listings for your clients all the time. What was it about this one that caught your eye?
The location, obviously the location, obviously the house itself was cute, but it wasn't everything. The smell definitely it needed some work. So it was definitely scary to walk in there and being like, okay, I need to put some money into this to be able to make some money.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, the location, and the price.
Yep, exactly. And we can back up and tell people this was our listing. And I knew that it would be so perfect for someone exactly like you. So when you called, I could, just like I said in the teaser that we posted for this interview, I knew that you got it. I could tell that you saw what I saw in that place. One of the caveats of that homeowners association is that you have to live there for 2 years before you can rent it.
But it's
So
perfect.
it's perfect for you. So, so what were you doing consistently that allowed you to even see the property? You
Looking at the
told,
hot sheets every day, looking at the hot sheets every single day,
yeah.
looking at what's new on the market. I saw that getting ahead of myself here. I saw when it originally got listed, um, and it pointed out to me right away. I needed to talk to my mom first. I'm only 19 years old, and my mom is a lender, so I wanted to make sure I could do it. And
Mhm.
then by the time I got the chance to talk to my mom, we had a price drop and it was like, okay, it doesn't even matter, we're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell people that aren't in real estate what a hot sheet is. I mean, they can imagine, but just explain to them what it is.
So the hot sheet is new listings every single day. So the hot sheet changes every single day. You see what's new on the market, what is hot on the market, what people are viewing, what's normally at the top of the list or what people viewing the most.
Mhm.
And then you want to make sure you're looking at the entire list though. So Yeah, it's always what's new.
Yes. Okay, good. So, what made you not overthink it? So you saw it online and you loved it and you wanted it before you even walked in, right?
Yes, I knew I wanted it right when I saw it online. It was the location. Like, I knew that this could be a great investment property to get some passive income later down the road. I knew I needed a place to live soon because we're selling my parents' house. So I knew that when the time that we were buying it, I knew that it was a good time because I wasn't gonna have to live in there right away.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that I could,
While you were renovating it.
yes. So I knew that I had time to buffer and renovate. So
Mhm.
sorry, I totally forgot the question.
Yeah, no, you're answering it. So I was saying like you moved quickly without overthinking it. You moved like you knew you wanted it before you even stepped in the door because of the location. You answered that because of the price. So my
Yeah.
next question to you is, were you nervous?
Yes. Yes. I mean, any investment, it's a risk. And yeah, me being only 19 years old, it is definitely scary. I was definitely scared. I still am scared. Who knows? But no, you can't overthink things into, I think everything that you speak out into existence gets it to be existed.
Yeah.
So I think that you have to keep high positivity and you can't look at the obstacles, you have to look at it more in a positive perspective. Because if you are looking at everything in an obstacle way, life is not going to be enjoyable. You're not going to find the positives in anything. You have to look at all the positives and see, okay, this is going to be a safe investment. I can't really lose. And, you know, yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure scared, but you can't look at it like that.
So many people think that courage means that you're not scared or you're not nervous.
No.
And courage actually means you act in spite of fear.
Yes. I completely agree with that. Yep. Yep. And that's what it takes. You
So
you're gonna be scared.
you can be nervous, you can be scared, and as long as the path is in the math, you can take action anyway.
Yeah.
And you have great mentors in your life that are talking about the math with you and just double checking your work and making sure that
Yes.
everything makes sense. Uh, the other thing that and why I am so grateful that you agreed to do this interview is because I wanted to share your mindset with people. You have an abundant mindset, and I think it just comes naturally for you. Is that natural for you?
Yes, I mean, I'm human. I do feel fear, anxiety. I feel it all. I mean, some days I don't want to get up, you know? Everyone has those days.
Mhm.
But you have to power through. I mean, the biggest thing is no one's gonna save you. You have to do it yourself. And no matter who you surround around yourself, I mean, hopefully, I mean, I surround myself with people that are very independent, that don't look for other people to save them. And that's the biggest thing, that I'm the only one that's going to save myself. And I think my mom really raised me and my sister to be like that, very
Mhm.
independent, don't wait around. You're just, you have to power through. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think that's so great that you've probably been like this your whole life, and such a gift that you developed and your mom maybe encouraged in you and your dad, that you don't need to wait for permission for things because
yes.
so many people, I am double, over double your age, and many people
You
are
don't look like it.
my age. Thank you. So many people my age still are waiting for permission. They may not even be realizing it. They're waiting for someone else to open a door for them
And
when
I think
you,
that also ties into the confidence. Like, confidence comes later. And that's absolutely,
yeah. So let's just say, like, we haven't given a description of the property yet. It is one bedroom, one bathroom. if I remember correctly, is it 1,000 square feet or is it just under a
Nope.
thousand? Just
500.
just
500. It's a little hotel room.
it is. Yes, that is so true. So think about that in the future when you're renting. Like, yes, it's so will be a great investment property. Uh, and um, and it needed renovation. It needed vision. So I love the fact that you talk about, being nervous and having anxiety and feeling the fear and taking action anyway. And so many people, well, I know for a fact that 81% of people don't have the ability to visualize. And it's hard for people like you and me that can see something. It's like looking at the sky and the sky is blue, but the person that you're talking to is looking and just saying, I don't even see the sky.
Yeah.
I mean, we get, and so that is a challenge in real estate, that the majority of the people that you're talking to can't see what you see. And as long as you can break it up, back it up with the math, and making a solid investment and making sure that you can maximize on the ROI on that at some point, uh, that's a gift too that you have, and you are going to be able to give to your clients.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Having that ability is definitely nice. My mom would always say it when I was younger, you are very creative, and I just didn't really understand what that meant, but now I do see it talking to clients and them not being able to kind of put those two things together, being like, we could do this on a budget and the house doesn't need to be the way it is.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
it's
And
all
you are also like, you see it not just physically and, aesthetically what something could be, but you also have the ability to see the investment opportunity, which is numbers and math. And those
exactly.
two things generally don't go hand in hand. The creatives usually don't have that math side. And so that is such a gift.
Yeah, and I really don't even think that I do have it, but it's like that math to me is not real math. Like math to me is like mx plus whatever equals, like squared whatever. This
Ava,
math is it makes sense and I see results in it. So it's like I get it.
you see the math.
Yes, I see
Whether
it.
you realize it or not, you see the math. And I don't just mean because of this one project, but Ava and I, through this process, have gotten to know each other. We've had many conversations. And this is a story for another time, so we're not going to dive into it. But Ava is doing something right now with house hacking that was totally your idea. And
Yeah.
you did, like, you came up with that whole thing. So, so impressive. And that's math too, and it's funny because you don't want to put a label on it, but it is.
I
And
know, it's like, I don't know. It is math, I guess, but to me, it's not math. It's
it,
just.
and you're good at it, and you're good at
Thank
it.
you.
So what has surprised you most about the process so far?
Um, the patience. Learning patience has definitely been something I've had to learn a lot. Um, I do have patience, but it's very slim, which my clients really enjoy, but my dad doesn't. So, yeah, learning patience, waiting for things, that's definitely the most difficult thing in this right now is just the patience that I'm waiting for the HOA and all that.
Yes.
But yeah,
Things in real estate, whatever is in our control, we have the ability, well, good realtors have the ability to execute efficiently and quickly.
yes,
And then the things that are out of our control, we just have to make sure that we stay on top of, and that they happen as quickly as possible, but we have to keep nudging them along and nudging them along. So,
yes.
so what's been exciting?
Definitely the interior designer, meeting with her today, and we've been chatting long time, talking about color schemes, what will brighten it up, how do we make it the most exposure. Definitely that the cosmetic stuff is definitely more fun to me.
Mhm.
I'm also excited to just live there. I'm excited to see my life there for a little bit. It's not super long term, maybe 2 years. We'll see. We'll see how I like it.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm excited to actually live there.
yeah. And what's been harder than you expected?
Um, the abilities, I would say, knowing what we can do and what we cannot do is crucial. My dad, thank goodness for him, thank God he is the best. He can tell me almost right away if we can't do it. So that's nice. It's just not being able to do some stuff. That's definitely some difficult stuff, but whatever. We
Isn't it
work
such
around it.
isn't it such a bummer when you see something and it's clear in your mind, but then the engineers get a hold of it and say,
Yes.
nope, that we can't do that because of XYZ. But
Yep,
those boxes and those confines sometimes make us more creative. We have to be more creative within those boxes. So
exactly.
even though we don't like it, sometimes it pushes us to be better. So,
Yes.
and that's very honest. So, mindset. We talked about the fact that you're just naturally abundant mindset. You've got an abundant mindset. And the other piece to it was you focus,
What I can control and
you focus on what you find. Like, I think I might even have that backwards. You see, but you pretty much see what you want to see. What you focus on, you find. So,
yes.
yeah, what you focus on, you find. So, if you are focusing on positivity and opportunity, then that is what finds you.
Yes, exactly. And I think
And
I learned that also in high school, just being surrounded by people that I shouldn't have been surrounded with, and also just seeing it in real time, knowing that it is about the mindset that you have, what you're thinking, and like if you're staring in the mirror all day and you're like, I don't like this, I don't like this, then you're
Mhm.
you're constantly like hating on yourself, and
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, you won't like the results of what you're because you convinced yourself that it's terrible. But if you talk to yourself in the mirror and you're like, I love myself, I love this, I love that, like it just automatically happens.
And you are magnetic. It was cute. Your mom commented on our little teaser post. I am so glad that you see Ava's spirit. And I thought, who can't? Who can't see Ava's spirit? I mean, your spirit is infectious. And
Thank you.
so it definitely is what differentiates you. So many people your age think ownership or investing is out of reach. What do you have to say to those people?
Talk to your lender right now. And then call
You
me
can
right
give your
after.
you can give your mom a plug. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no.
Tell him what her name is, where she
Yeah,
is.
Julie Bacon at Preferred Rates. Talk to her. See what's possible. And she can also tell you on how you can save your money and talk to you how to play your money in order to get the amount of money you need for the date that you want, or
Yep.
how many years it might take, or how many months, or what's the time limit looking like with how much money you're making now.
Yeah, so if anyone's watching this and they're so inspired by you because they're looking at you and they're going, "Oh my gosh, she's 19. She's so friendly, she's smart, she's beautiful. How can I do this?" Tell people how much it would cost to pick up the phone and have a conversation with your mom.
$0. It costs zero.
And then
Zero.
if that person does get pre-approved and she gives them, great news, great. And if that person may have some work to do, how much would it cost for your mom to tell them exactly what they need to do in order to, at some
Zero.
point?
Zero. It's zero. It's $0. You can get pre-approved for free. Just see where you're at.
Yeah.
Or the advice to give. My mom is full of knowledge.
And
Julie,
how long has she been? This isn't her first rodeo. How long has she been doing this?
since she was 21, so she's been in the industry for over 30 years.
Well, the apple does not fall far. So, did you always believe you could build wealth?
Yes, I knew it was gonna come. I just didn't know it would be this soon. I didn't know, you know, you can get caught up in your brain and really think things are so far away when they're actually right in front of you. And I think that's the biggest step is opening your eyes instead of maybe I think maybe people with so many goals, they have maybe too wide of eyes where they're like it's too far away. When
Hmm.
if you like narrow it in just a little bit, it's actually right in reach and
Hmm.
you're able to do it. And you know, it's not as it's not as difficult or it's
Sometimes we make things more difficult in our heads.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
we'll talk ourselves out of things before we can even think about them or take action. So
Yes.
let's recap for people what kind of people you intentionally surround yourself with right now. Because you mentioned in high school that may not have been the case, but now you are
Yes.
being more intentional about who you're surrounding yourself with. So let them know what that is. Who's
Yeah, I surround myself with people that are very independent, that are very positive thinking and I mean, yes, I did say in high school I hung around with some not the right group of people. Yes, that's true, but I also do hang out with some people from high school, but they are kicking ass. They are doing
great.
great. And I still hang out with them. I mean, we just really lift each other up and I don't like to say this, but it is true. Surround yourself with people that you think are better than you. And it's not that the people I surround myself I think are better than me, but I mean in a way I do. I mean I aspire to be somewhat like them and yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing is being surrounded by people that you think are better than you.
Yeah. Or you could rephrase it
I
if this
know.
makes more sense to say surround yourself with people that make you better.
Yes.
Because they inspire you in different ways and you may be better at something that you are inspiring them on, and then they are inspiring you in a certain way, but
Yeah.
you want to surround yourself, and you are, from your stories you can tell, and where you are in life right now, that you are focusing on elevating.
Yes. Absolutely.
And a rising tide lifts all ships. So it's not just about you elevating yourself, you are elevating those people in your proximity.
Yes. Yes.
So I am really excited to hear your answer to this question. What would you say to another young woman who feels intimidated by investing or buying her first property?
Take action, be courageous. I mean, you have to step step back from the fear. I mean, you just gotta let that go and take action. I mean, the sooner the better. The house prices, you never know how they're gonna go.
Mhm.
The best time to buy, okay, for my clients, whenever you're ready. For me, now. The
Yeah.
best time to buy is now. So, yeah, it's not that I'm lying to my clients, but it's whatever. It's whatever time is best for you, but you can't be scared to take action. And I think that's the biggest thing is you have to step out of your comfort zone to be able to
Yeah.
grow and to succeed and look at all the opportunities in
Yes.
right in front of you.
And so when people are waiting for that perfect time, number one, no one has a crystal ball. No one knows what's going to happen. Historically, home prices appreciate about 4% every year. So you have appreciation. People are so set on the interest rates that we had during COVID.
I
That
know.
that happened because of a global pandemic that has never happened before. And the actual truth is interest rates are average right now.
There,
Um,
I
our
mean,
our first
compare
home, our first home was like 8% or
it,
9% interest.
literally. Yeah,
And
no. In
so what
90s, in the 90s, they were, or even 80s, they were like 8% up to 12%,
yep,
13%. I mean that, and that was just normal.
yep.
So for them to be around 6, that's a very good price
And
or
here's the
rate.
other thing that I just want to plug because everyone's so uneasy about interest rates because they went down to maybe 5.9 and now they're, depending on your situation around mid six, hovering around there, and who knows what's going to happen. But when interest rate drop, when interest rates drop, demand goes up so high, which forces prices up. So if you really are doing the math,
It's not
look at
smart.
the math over 30 years and what you are going to be paying. Or, most people stay in their house 5 to 7, some 10 years, whatever. Do the math on that and see how much more you'll be paying by buying a more expensive house
It-
versus maybe having, waiting for the lower interest rate. It just is, the path is in the math. So make sure
yeah.
your math like is showing the long game, because that's usually how long people hold their homes for, or investment properties. So, okay, let's see. We're going to move into our speed round. How does that sound? And then
Okay,
we'll wrap
yes.
it up. Okay. Ava, what's your coffee order?
Okay, well, it's different every day, but I love caramel and I love lattes. So, and iced, it depends on the weather. I love iced, but caramel lattes are normally my go-to.
Sounds good. Dream city to own property in.
Ooh, everyone, every city.
That's the abundant mindset, Ava. Your Monopoly board is full.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing you'd tell your younger self.
Um, keep pushing through. It's not that far away.
Pinterest perfect design style in one sentence.
Barn.
Yeah. And if you could buy any property tomorrow, what would it be?
Ooh, all of it. No,
That's
probably.
it. Ava, are you kidding me? Everywhere and all of it. That is your mindset.
Yeah,
That
well, no, I would. My real mind's, or no, that's my mindset. But if I were tomorrow, if I had the money and if I wanted definitely like 15 acres in Michigan, and I would make a huge house and a barn and have a bunch of animals.
Oh, that would be so great. So, um, this is exactly why we created Club Revenue, not only to celebrate the women who have already built wealth, but to spotlight the women building wealth right now, because Ava's story is proof that ownership starts with mindset first. So you don't need to have everything figured out to begin. You do need to partner with the right people, that you trust, and you need the vision, courage, and willingness to move, or you need your realtor to definitely have the vision, but you definitely have to bring the courage and the willingness to take action. And Ava, thank you so much for inspiring me, inspiring our whole community, and whoever takes the time to push play on tonight's episode. And for everybody watching, if this conversation inspired you in any way, please share it with another woman who needs this reminder that her future can start sooner than she thinks. And comment below. Let Ava know what your biggest takeaway is and how she inspired you tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next month.
Thank you guys so much.